Today I'm going to talk to you about child labor laws, and I'm going to explain to you how they're a good thing. Working at McDonald's, I work with people who are around different ages. The youngest person I've worked with is 15. I have never worked with a 14-year-old, and the oldest person I've probably worked with is probably around her 70s. It's kind of hard to work with 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds and anyone who's a minor sometimes, because there's a lot of different laws that you have to know, and there's a lot of different laws that apply. So today I'm going to talk to you about what some of those laws are, specifically with 14 and 15-year-olds, 16 and 17-year-olds, and 18-year-olds. And I'm also going to talk to you about why they are important and why they make those laws. My audience thinks that 14 and 15-year-olds minors should work under or roughly around 20 hours per week. So 14 and 15-year-olds, my audience would be very close to being right. They work on school weeks, they can work up to 18 hours, and they can only work 4 hours a day. When there is no school, they can work 8 hours a day, and they can work 40 hours a week. No more than that. When there's no school, they can work until 11 p.m. And when there is school, they can work till 8 p.m. 14 and 15-year-olds obviously can't drive, and they're younger than the 16 and 17-year-olds. So that's kind of the reason why the rules are a little bit more strict when it comes to 14 and 15-year-olds. For the 16 and 17-year-olds, during the summer they can work unlimited hours. It's up to 50 per week with the Wisconsin laws. During the school year, they can only work 26 hours per week, mainly because they are in school. They aren't allowed to work during any of the school hours. Unless, I know for my high school we had this thing called work release, and you could work during school hours if you had parent permission. The same rule applies about no later than 11 on a school night. That way they have enough time to sleep, they can wake up for school in the morning, they can get their homework done, they can get anything they need to get done. On the weekends, it's 12:30. Unless they have parent permission, then they can work 40 hours a week, and there are no time restrictions. All of this information I got off of appleton.org, and there's actually a little chart that you can use, or that you can look at, that shows all of the information on there. For all of the 4 ages, the 14, 15, 16, and 17-year-olds, they can only work 6 hours with, they have to work 6 hours, and they have to get a break, and it has to be a 30-minute break for that. And if they work an 8-hour shift, obviously they're going to need a 30-minute break as well. Also, if they work an 8-hour shift, or any shift they work, they have to have that 8 hours in between the 2 shifts. For 18-year-olds in the state of Wisconsin, there are no specific laws about breaks or anything. They don't require breaks, and they don't require for you to have 8 hours in between your shifts as well. So with all these laws and all these ages, there's a reason why that they make these, and the reason is they don't want employers to make the minors work too much. The thing is that they're in school, and they obviously want these minors to go through high school and go through all of their school. So they're trying to put school first and make sure that the employers aren't taking advantage of the students. So overall, school is the most important thing, and obviously we want all of our schools to put, or all of our employers to put schools first. Um, these kids are going to be working for the rest of their lives, so you might as well just give them their free time now, get the school done with, and figure out what they really want to do. Now that you know all the laws of the 14 and 15-year-olds, the 16 and 17-year-olds, and the 18-year-olds, and why they make these laws, I hope that you can put this into action at your own job and realize that these laws are important and that they need to be followed, and realize that it's a good thing that the employers are following these rules and making these rules.